Good morning. Howdy, everybody. How are we this morning? Or evening, depending on where you are. Or afternoon, even, I guess. I don't know. I suppose for some people it is technically noon. Alrighty. Let's hop on right in now. There we go. Perfect. It's night. Oh no, why is it night? Didn't you tell the sun to come up? If you don't tell the sun officially to come up, it won't. You're lucky we don't live a few thousand years ago when people had to sacrifice virgins to the sun god Ra or whatever to get the sun to come up every day. You would be number one on the chopping block, probably. So, what all have you all been up to in the last 20-ish, 24-ish hours? Yeah, sorry for not streaming yesterday, by the way. I was just fucking destroyed. You know, I hadn't had a sleepless night in years. So I guess I was overdue. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, I had a very, very sleepless night. It was not fun. Oh well. You know, it's just one day. I'm just happy that I was able to kind of rest and not worry about it. But other than that... yeah, I got a bunch of this Sculk that I've been trying to tame. I need the Sculk for my build, so I figured why not. It's several birds with one stone. Clear out an ancient city. Get all the necessary little bits and bobs that I want. It's a win-win, really. Mostly I'm after the Sculk veins, but I'll take the Sculk blocks too. I plan on using a lot of Sculk going forward, so it'll all work out. I've already angered like 5 wardens. Oh well. Not hardly the worst thing ever. Also been making nests. Okay, good. EU-friendly streams, yes. I've been trying to adhere to the Wednesday, Thursday morning, with yesterday being the lone exception. I've been trying to adhere to that being the EU-friendly stream time. Morning for me, afternoon or night for you guys. I don't know how far away some of you happen to be, but, you know, some of you are far away. And this is that. I'm going back to sleep, but I'm going to leave my phone on so you get the view. Please don't make loud noises or you'll wake me up. Okay. I promise not to pop a totem. I promise not to be attacked by a warden. I promise not to yell or scream loudly or profanity or any of that stuff. You have a good night, Arthur. Even though it's not even remotely night anymore, but, you know. You sleep tight. Let the bed bugs bite. And most importantly, don't forget, you're here forever. 5 p.m. for you, Redscope. Okay. Well, that's a decent time, I suppose. Could be a worse time. Oh, damn. What is with the Sculk veins always getting, like, in lava? That's so annoying. Ah. So much lava. As someone who has to do the grief to place... All someone has to do is grief to place with spam auto XP? Okay. I guess? I mean, I'm not really... worried about the griefing of the place. Like, if somebody griefs my build, like, the composition of the Sculk or whatever isn't gonna matter, you know? Because they were gonna grief it anyway. They were gonna just TNT it, most likely. Like, it doesn't make a difference. Now scream as loud as possible. No, if I scream loud as possible now, he'll understand that that's happening and he'll just turn me off. Because he's trying to go to sleep, but he's not yet asleep. I guarantee you Arthur isn't yet in dreamland. No. I've got to wait like an hour in order to scream profusely. You know, I got to really, like, let the trap sort of, like, marinate, you know? I got to let time and nature take its course before I scream loudly and scare Arthur out of his skin. You know, I can't just say, "Hey Arthur, wake up." Like, no. I've gotta like let everything just sort of go. You know? It isn't that simple. Yeah, this requires some subtlety, Cooperator. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this requires a gentle hand and then eventually a loud voice. But we'll get to that point. It's okay, though. Arthur will eventually be able to wake up to the dulcet sounds of my voice at 100 million decibels. So it's all good. Everybody wins. Especially me. I didn't tickle... No, okay, I got rid of him. I was like, I could have sworn I got through here, and I took out all the damned howlers a while ago. There we go. You didn't get the notification, delightful. Sorry. No, it's not anyone's fault. It's just how YouTube works. Not everybody will be notified. Just like the day when I pass away, not everybody will be notified. That's just how it is. You'll find out many, many years later and you'll go like, wonder what happened to Jacktherippa. Oh my god, he died. Well, hopefully after, like, you know, a long, perfectly normal lifespan. But, you know, that's how it is. You'll wake up and read the obituaries, and you'll be like, Jacktherippa's gone. How come nobody told me? And I'll be like, that's how it is. You don't always find out. XP bottles don't affect Sculk. No, but they are like XP bottles, because when you break Sculk, you get XP. I would know I used a ton of Sculk to repair all of my stuff. I need to get my Silky Hoe repaired very shortly. Grandpa Jack finally finished Arcanetia 30 years later. I mean, I guess. Can't imagine it would take that long. I don't need Ward. I got plenty of smithing templates. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish that thing before the year is over. But maybe I'll be working on it into next year. I don't know, we're only halfway through the year. Like, we got a little while yet, guys. Let us not be so hasty as to assume, you know, that I can't do it in a more timely manner. Okay, Sculk. Sculk Vein. Nothing. Okay. Oh. Almost missed a piece. Can't watch, but W. Okay. Anyway. Hello, Mr. Tree. I was? No. You were. Cock shotgun. Oh. I knew I had a box lying around somewhere. Did the base with the gambling wheel get griefed? I have no idea about a gambling wheel base. Okay, Sculk. Sculk veins. Throw all those in here. Miscellaneous garbage that generates in these fucking ancient cities. When we were building about 2 weeks ago, I thought you said something about a teammate making a lottery wheel. No. I don't know what you're referring to, Silver. Silver 404. No. I'm still building on that. Like, I'm getting Sculk for it. I don't know about a lottery wheel. I'm trying to think what lottery wheel. Like, did we discuss a lottery wheel a week or two ago? Was that a part of like some thing? Maybe I was rambling about something? I don't know. I can't immediately. Good morning, Bingo Lord. Parody idea. Green text and spam. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's so good. Dude, Neo. Oh my god. You just given me the greatest. That is amazing. Yes. Thank you. I wasn't thinking about the next Dr. Seuss parody that much. Just because, like, I let that formulate in the back of my head. Yeah, agree, because the video griefers blowing up a random base, and I saw a large obsidian one getting blown up. I'm sure that was mine, but that was from like a month or a month, almost 2 months ago now. That was the beginning of June. So while you're not technically wrong, that's also old news, and we had the base rebuilt elsewhere. But yes, holy shit, Neo, that is a great title. Green text and spam. Thank you, man. Holy crap. Oh, you forgot. Okay, that explains it. Dude, that writes itself. I will not spam something I am. I don't know. I have to figure out the logistics of it. I will not try green text or spam. It's a newer player trying to, like, not use 4chan related stuff because they think they're better than it or some shit. They're like, no, that's below me. That's beneath me. How dare you? Okay, let me grab all of that. I like organizing the chests. Echo shards, some of this. Yeah, that's a great idea, Neo. Holy shit. Wow. Casino and Archon Retia. So Poncho Hamster requested this a while ago. Arthur, Poncho Hamster, you know, same guy. He was like, you know, why build Escape the Jack Rooms when you can just play or build, you know, Binding of Isaac? As though Binding of Isaac is simpler than Escape the Jack Rooms. But whatever, I just kind of ignored that. But he did make a feature request for Escape the Jack Rooms 2, and obviously we're in a position to, you know, do that. And that was, he wanted, similar to how in Binding of Isaac, you have a slot machine that, you know, gives you stuff, basically. And I'm aware of this. And so I'm thinking, you know, maybe we could make some sort of a slot machine mechanic where you get an in-game currency of some kind, and then you have to gamble it away. And maybe doing so will give you something good. I don't know. That's a really good idea. And I don't really care to, like, make a casino in the standard sense. You know, like with a blackjack table, a roulette table, you know, all that. I'm thinking I probably will try to do the slot machine idea for Escape the Jack Rooms 2. But it might be more subtle than how it's implemented in Binding of Isaac. I'm thinking if I do a gambling mechanic, it will probably be something a little more controlled, because the slot machine is not something you can control, you know? A roulette wheel is not something you can control. But a game of skill like blackjack, maybe. Mario RPG had a blackjack table in it way back in the day. They had to scrap the blackjack table for the Super Mario RPG remake. But that just goes to show you it was too based for modern audiences. You know, there are just some mechanics that are just too based for modern audiences. And a blackjack casino, slot machine, you know, that type of thing, yeah, that's too based for modern audiences. But I could totally see something like that being, if implemented properly, I could totally see that being really, really cool. For Escape the Jack Rooms 2 specifically. EastAlpha, excuse me, EastAlpha was proposing we use bots. And I didn't get to tell him this, but that's really just not possible, because then what about the single player download? You know, the doctored world download version. Like, if I did that, you wouldn't be able to play that in the single player doctored download version. So, already right off the bat, I can't, like, use bots or non-redstone for any Escape the Jack Rooms 2 mechanics. It must all be redstone, because that's universal. That will be in everybody's game. That will be something that more or less works as intended. You know, changes to redstone notwithstanding. Like, it will more or less be good enough for my purposes, and for 2B2T. Because, like, as far as I can tell, there are no redstone nerfs anymore. So, like, we're not working with, you know, only X amount of pistons firing per chunk, anything like that. I'm still shocked that we were able to build Escape the Jack Rooms 2, or 1, sorry, without any redstone fuckery. Like, the only annoyance was loading chunks. And I think we could have fixed how annoying that would have been with, like, the right amount of understanding. Like, it really was just amazing how well it all turned out. I don't want to say Escape the Jack Rooms 1 was like a prototype for 2 or anything. I mean, it was something of a proof of concept, though. Because, like, we just genuinely didn't know if it would pan out or not. But now that I know, especially under the new circumstances of Folia and the like, yeah, I'm sold. It will absolutely be a worthwhile project to try and pull off. Okay, this hoe is beginning to look a bit haggard, a bit worn. I better unwear it. I mean, we could make a fake casino, in all fairness. New friend I am. Ooh, that's a great line. Y'all don't mind if I steal that, do you? New friend I am. I will not try green text and spam. I will not spam in a boat. I will not spam. Flying remote. Maybe that'll... I don't know. I will not spam with a bot. I will not spam. Like a thought. I don't know. I'd have to work on those. I'm not like super great on coming up with rhymes off the top of my head, but I will say a lot of these Dr. Seuss parodies write themselves. Like, it takes a little bit of finagling, but they write themselves. Usually the good ones do. I will not green text or spam. It's new. I think he's worth a damn. Yes. Only new friends think they're worth a damn. Yeah, that's a great line, Neo. Holy shit. Can't watch right now, but I want to drop by. Wish you the rest of you. Good luck with the rest of my day. Thank you. I appreciate that, Expander. Can I see the bedrock under you? Sure. But you need to super chat me $1 million first. $1 gorillion, please. Okay. What's good? Hey, Mood Zath. I'm alright. My bars are open and source for people. Oh, your bars are open source and for the people. Whoops. God, my brain. How could I fuck rigging that up so badly? Well, thank you, Vengus Lord. I appreciate that. What was I... Oh, man, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. I was talking about something before I got distracted by chat again. Oh, the casino. Okay. So I can do a casino, and that's honestly not a bad idea. It would be fake, though. It wouldn't be functional or anything like that. But I could potentially... Ah, damn it. Anyway, I could potentially try some kind of, like, casino room. It's a bit hard to say for sure what I would do, simply because I've not really made a full-blown casino at any base. I know Alpha would love it. If he ever comes back to 2B and plays. But, oh well. He's off to more IRL things. I won't say. He's asked me to not say any more about his personal life. Renovating his house was enough. With you lot, just like a decoration, Casino Jackrooms 2. Well, no, for this, I would actually want there to be functionality to it. As for like a casino room in the Escape the Jack Rooms 2, I don't know, maybe? Maybe it's something like the casino is not immediately activatable. You have to like figure out how to activate it. And you got to turn it on, in other words. And in so doing, you can gamble away whatever the in-game currency is. And that is how you figure out how to, you know, make stuff happen. We'll see. Because, like, in Found Footage 3, Kane Pixel's Backroom series, there's a section where the main character runs across a giant radio tower. And he fiddles with it to try and get it working. In so doing, he inadvertently contacts, or breaks into, I should say, police radio frequencies in an area nearby where he lives. And it's heavily implied that this is the start of how he gets in contact with the guy at the end of Found Footage 3. Because, like, he inadvertently gets this poor guy pulled into the back rooms while trying to talk to him. And he can talk to him through a wall, and it's heavily implied that by starting up the radio tower, the walls of dimensions between, you know, the back rooms and the real world were kind of muddied a little bit. And so that's what allowed him to do it. It's really crazy, and I could maybe try and pull something like that off. Wait, what? EastAlpha was playing yesterday? No. Different Alpha. Alpha Computer. If I'm referring to EastAlpha, I will say East. If I'm referring to Alpha Computer, I will say Alpha. Confusing, I know, but I've known Alpha longer. Alpha Computer. So he's the one who preferably gets referred to as Alpha. Sorry, it's just first come, first serve type thing. No hard feelings, East. If he happens to be watching, I don't know. As for Alpha, he hadn't played since we got griefed. Actually, before that, even. I know he showed up at the new spot, and that was it. Hadn't seen him online since shortly before... Since about the middle of May, actually. So it's been about 2-ish months. But again, I know why, so it's not special. Okay. Oh, East? I thought you said Weast! You're right, I did mean to say Weast. Hello, Joe Nicholson. Weast, Wumbo, Wumbology. Oh my god, this is first grade stuff. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop myself because I'm already starting to think of like a ton of SpongeBob references for just no fucking reason. All because somebody brought up a SpongeBob thing and it's like now living in my head. Which is fine. You know, SpongeBob's not the worst thing to have in your head or anything. Just... I gotta focus on other things. Because I'll be quoting SpongeBob shit all day. And I can't. I promised I'd stop. I gave up that life. Anyway, yeah. SpongeBob. SpongeBob. There we go. Krusty Krab Pizza is the pizza for you and me. Oh no, please. No, I'm trying not to think of the fucking song, but like, come on, man. You're really, really trying. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it. It isn't real. I don't need it. 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 I need it. Shit. I knew I'd fall off the bandwagon. Thanks. Thanks, Neo. I appreciate it. I am but a weak, spongy, fleshy man. I see SpongeBob, I hear it. It lives in my head, man. Yeah, having SpongeBob in your formative years is detrimental to one's mental health, I find. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Okay. Veins. Clear off the veins. I only want the veins for right at the moment. Okay, so this is where the Sculk veins end, or the Sculk corridor. Thank God this shit's free XP, by the way. What the fuck is this? Miss me with the weird shit? Do you not understand the SpongeBob stuff? I'm not sure what your problem is, but okay. SpongeBob is better than the Pink Pony Club? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jorge Crash Out 2025. I guess? I mean, I wouldn't even call it a crash out. It's just odd one-off comment, but alright. Oh no, are we going to start abusing the word crash out? And then it's going to lose all meaning. And then anything of even remotely slightly odd or negative connotation will now become a, quote, crash out. Is that where we are now? Is that the level of internet insanity we have been driven to? Is that the part of, or is that the phase or the leg of the journey we're on? Yes, I'm going to do that now. No! Jack, stop crashing out, crash out. Yeah, exactly. See, I have spoken the devil into existence because I'm a powerful internet micro-celebrity and you should all worship me by giving me $1 million. Only people like me can do such awful, terrible, powerful things. So, you know, make sure I don't wield this power against you. Falling and breaking. Decent books, I suppose. Only powerful niche micro-celebrities like myself on the internet can speak such terrible demons into existence. Pray that I do not alter the deal any further. You know, the devil is... shut up, shut up, shut up. Don't say his name. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Delete that comment, Neo. Shut up. Don't say his name. I didn't see it if you didn't say it. Miss me with that J-word shit. Okay. I haven't actually scoped out this corner over here all that well. So it's looking like we only got the one howler. Which is good. Holy shit, I hate that guy. I know, right? Shh. Shh. Don't say anything. But yes. That child has made 1 million accounts, I know. Aha! Clever girl hiding inside of Sculk. Holy shit, how do I access that? Damn it. You can never mine those fast enough. I hate that. Okay, so there's a howler in that back corner. Where is that in relation to here? Okay. That way. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting turned around. Why am I getting turned around? Come on, brain, work. I need coffee. Ah. What is my hack client? Oh, Utku. I have a very bright future. Uh-oh. Can't go around this way. But yeah, I use future client. Jack leaking bedrock. No, couldn't. I wouldn't. What you doing today? I am mining Sculk because I need a ton of it for my next project. Damn it. How did I fucking step on that? Wait. That didn't wake up a guy. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I thought for sure I'd have spooked a warden. And then I could wake Arthur up by having a totem pop loudly. And have me yell and scream and cry as the warden beat me to a bloody pulp. But I guess not. No such opportunity. Oh well. Okay, so there's what, 2 over here. Not that many elsewhere. Like 2 over there. This place is fucking huge, man. As you can tell, I've been scraping all the Sculk off the ground. I need a lot of it. Oh well, gotta start. Oh god damn it. Where was that guy? Oh, in there, of course. Well, time to skedaddle. Oh, that's right. Picking up items makes him go, aha, I know where you are. I know what you did last summer. Can you believe they're remaking that? If you end crystals, you can kill Warden easily. I know, but it would just make more. It would just get another Warden summoned. So it's not worth it. Because I haven't taken out the Howler. I know there's a global cooldown on there. Whatever the hell. So is this gray wool meant to like represent the fact that the wool is dirty and old or something? I feel like that's a little too on the nose. Turn every game sound effect off except for the effects and then crank them up to like 100? I could totally do that. I don't know that I want to, though. Come on, despawn already. Jack crashed out over shriekers. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Shriekers. Ah, shriekers. I'm crashing in. See, that's the new hot term. I'm crashing in now instead of crashing out. I'm gonna go out. Or sorry, I'm gonna go in to crash. I'm crashing in to the Twin Towers. Is it in poor taste to make a 9/11 joke before 9/11? Also, next year marks 25 years. Holy shit. Since 911. Oh wow, Joe Nichols. The hell, what is that sticker, or that emote, I mean? What even is that thing? Is that like one of those YouTube provided emotes or whatever the hell? That are like bland and stupid as hell? What even are all those? Wow. Crashing in means going to therapy? I mean, I guess, but not really, because it's just... no. No, I would never go to therapy. So no, crashing in must mean something else, sorry. Back to the drawing board, Bingus Lord. The dude cannot abide by going to therapy. Crashing in is fire? Okay. Well, good. I'm glad to have invented a fire new slogan. Maybe some of you all can start using it and it'll get adopted by Zoomer culture as a whole. I'm not going to lie, that little rise in pitch in the song, in the background music, made me think for a split second I triggered another howler. And I was like, my breath literally stopped for a half second. But thankfully, it was only my imagination. My imagination playing tricks on me. Blah, 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 blah. They sound like turkeys clucking, or gobbling, but with like the pitch lowered, you know? Like somebody fed it through a processor of some kind. I don't know. Are turkeys gobbling a type of cluck or a type of bird call? Do we know the scientific reason why turkeys gobble? Like, other animals have their calls and such for various reasons. What the hell do turkeys have their noise for? Surely there's got to be a reason, right? Gonna grab a bite. See ya. Okay, take care, Red Scope. Yeah, it's probably dinner time for you, so I don't blame you. Curse of Vanishing Pants. And Fragments of Music Disc number 5. Jack's Sculk cleaning business, only available whenever you need Sculk. Exactly. And I currently am in need of Sculk. Therefore, this entire ancient city is getting power washed. Power washing simulator. Unironically, that's something that power washing sim should do. Like, they should partner with Mojang and make a Minecraft level that is an ancient city. And your job is to power wash the fuck out of it. And, I don't know, Power Wash Sim doesn't have any sort of health mechanic or any sort of, like, danger. Oh, fuck. I rang another one. Yeah, it's the same one. Huh. Irony. Anyway, yeah, Power Wash Sim should unironically partner with Minecraft or Mojang or whatever to get an ancient city power wash level made. That would be peak. Can you make a story time? Sure. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, I detailed the 10-year anniversary of Space Falcon 1. So, what happens after that? Okay, so we get found by TylerTheUnbanned. I'll give you the cliff notes. The TylerTheUnbanned exploit had ravaged much of the server. And so this led to Housemaster shutting the server down for 3 entire days. During this time period, we all congregated on 3B3T, a server hosted by Pyrobyte and Tristan, where I tested out using World Edit a few ideas that I had had in mind for Space Falcon 1, but would not get to actually properly implement until late in 2023, when I was actually finishing Space Falcon 1 and Space Falcon 3 on stream. These were ideas that I had in the back of my head for a while, but never really got to properly make. Eventually, when the server came back up, the TylerTheUnbanned exploit was patched, but unfortunately, we were out of a base. You know, we were found, and so we quickly relocated all of the items we had gotten from those inf blocks, because we stuck all our inf blocks in multiple dispensers and just shot them out into a water stream using a hopper or two, collected them all into various chests, and we had a ton of items still. So even though Pop Bob, Jared, and Talo had found us, we hadn't yet lost all our items. So what we did was we moved about 1.5 kilometers away and created Space Valkyria 2. So I spent basically all of the next 9 months from this point forward developing Space Valkyria 2. Shortly after this, in August, I would get threatening, or at least thinly veiled, threatening messages from Talo, who, again, Talo had raided Space Falcon 1, and so he's like, hey, not only did I help find and grief your base, now I'm going to shut off your access to the end. And that's when I got a devious idea. What if Talo shut off access to the end? Except it wasn't Talo who shut off the access to the end. What if it was me? What if I, using Talo's methods, shut down all the end portals that Housemaster had made? What if I secretly hid in the depths of the end dimension, you know, 1.5 kilometers away from Space Falcon 1? What if I did that, and then we shut down the end after getting all our friends in there, and I make this giant, big island for them to hang out on so that their dumb asses don't fall into the void, because that was a problem with Space Falcon 1, falling into the void. Remember, we still don't have Elytra yet. But at this time, we would get the Minecon in 2015 that showed off Elytra. So we knew it was coming. And so I was like, well, it's simple. We'll just keep the end on lockdown. We didn't expect House to re-enable the end or to recreate new end portals. We thought for sure he wouldn't bother. Because, you know, he's a lazy bastard. But no, alas, we were outmatched. Things happened that we could not anticipate. And so while we did have 9 months to build on Space Valk 2, it was basically all for naught, because one of the people we had invited out there with us, Tristan, was soon to betray us in a very nasty way. And well, I'm not gonna go too much deeper in detail. Other than that, let that be enough to whet your appetite. If I do story time with Jack episode 7 or 6 or whatever episode it is I'm on, whatever number we're at, to attract mates, really? Huh. I didn't know that was why turkeys gobbled. That's so silly. Why would that noise of all things attract a mate? Oh well, whatever. Mother Nature is weird that way. I googled it. They gobble primarily as a form of communication. Okay, especially during the spring mating season, male turkeys use the gobble to let hens know that they're in the area. Okay. That sounds an awful lot like a, come and eat me, predators. I'm in the area. I'm over here. Come get me. I mean, I don't know what predators turkeys are necessarily plagued by, but I'm sure they're prey bird to just about everything. I don't see a turkey as a threat, so I don't know. Can wild turkeys fight? Maybe not. Yeah. What does the fox say? Do that hearty ho? What? Okay. Sure. I guess that's what the fox might say. If he's under the influence. Okay. So there's a howler over here inside. Oh god, there are 2 of them. That explains it. Wow, even getting in the damn door is not going to be doable. Ugh. That's annoying. Oh well, what can you do? I'll just have to wake up another warden. Go in there, clear it out. Fuck off for a bit, let it all cool down. You know, the typical. Oh, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I love breaking Sculk. Like a kid in a candy store. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna repair my shit while I'm at it. Yes, they can cut you. Okay. Yeah, turkeys are a formidable foe then, I guess. Interesting. Maybe I should make another storytime episode somewhat soon. See the map art news about you in Spawn? There's a ton of them in Spawn. Oh, you mean the 2B2T Times? Well, actually, funny enough, the article has changed. It was about me, but that was like last week. Yes, I did see it, though, however. I'm the reason it got put there. Redscope approached me, and then I gave him the story. So yeah, I saw the article. It was good. Oh shit, that reminds me. I haven't done it yet. I need to go and take a snapshot of. Well, I don't know. I've still got like a day or two before it's a problem. But yeah, I've got to go and take a snapshot of the of issue number 8. I was issue number 7. Issue number 8 is about griefing the highways. Or people trying to grief the highways to draw attention to how easy 2B2T has gotten, something like that. So I'm going to have to take a snapshot of issue number 8. Just because, like, I enjoy having, you know, copies of that. It's like a snapshot into the history of 2B2T itself. Just a small little, you know, thing, but, like, it works. Morning, Top Hat. Welcome. How are you? Clognet? What is clog? Oh, clogging it. Yeah. They're clogging the highways, and they're griefing, and they're blowing shit up, and yeah, they're being little ass hats. I've had to navigate around some of those barricades they've made. It's kind of pathetic, I'm not gonna lie. It's not difficult to fly past it. They didn't even clog them up to like 50k like I suggested. Like if you really wanted to be a problem, clog the highways up to 50k out in the nether. Like that alone would cause more heartache and panic than anything else. I don't know, it's silly really. It all feels so low effort, you know? Like, hey, I wanted to draw everybody's attention to this thing, but I don't really want to put in the time or trouble to do it properly. So I'm just going to, like, spam obsidian everywhere. Because I hope that attracts attention. Whoa, what the hell? USB device now. Weird. Gonna continue your base when you awaken. Okay. We did 5k yesterday, but the bots are trying to work around. But his 2 bots are logout trapped right now. Interesting. They're the mechanism by which whoever this guy is, or whoever these people are, they're the ones trying to make everybody's lives a living hell. Except not really, because let's face it, griefing the highways is about as effective as pissing in an ocean of piss. I'm not gonna lie, pissing in an ocean of piss is fun. But at the same time, it is... well, you really shouldn't expect anything to come from it. No value or effort could ever truly pay off if you've pissed into an ocean of piss. Again, if you really want to cause trouble, clog the highways up to 50k out. In the nether. Not rocket science. It is not brain science, nor is it rocket surgery. You can easily achieve this by having a bajillion bits of obsidian and a lot of time. Or bots. Possibly both. But, like, come on. How hard is this? Oop. Wrong one. Oh. Sculk vein, regular. Oh, fuck. Okay, I see how I messed up now. There we go. Sculk. And then Sculk doohickeys. Spare veins. Okay, blocks. 2 boxes of veins, 2 boxes of blocks. This will do me for a little while. Brain needs science? Okay. James Webb Telescope has discovered that we are in fact inside a black hole. Inside of another universe. And that the aforementioned theory I've voiced many, many years ago on this channel is that universes replicate themselves and impart their laws of physics onto the universes they birth by creating black holes. And black holes are the methods by which universes reproduce. And so that's how one type of parallel universe is created. Although these are more like parent-child universes. There are several different types of parallel universe, in case you didn't know. Actually, fuck it. If you need a real dose of science, I haven't talked about this shit in a while, I can just iterate the kinds of parallel universes. Yeah, I can just go on and all that. That'll be fun. I haven't talked about really crazy science shit in a long time. Mostly just because I'd gotten tired of doing it. Okay. Yeah, types of parallel universes. The extremely far away ones, where it's all technically the same universe, but it's universal replication. Although this is true only providing if the universe is infinite, which I'm beginning to suspect it isn't. Universes are apparently saddle-shaped, but not infinite in their width and size. So that does mean that you would end up returning to the spot you departed from. If you could travel infinitely, you could return to where you began, basically. But because of the nature of the universe being saddle-shaped, it appears to be a flat plane. Kind of. It's a bit of a trick. But that's just sort of how the geometry is. I don't fully understand how it pans out that way, but, you know, just is how it is. Then we have parallel universes that are parallel via chance or probability. So these are universes that contain alternate possibilities. And then we have universes that are birthed via black holes, which is a new type of parallel universe we have kind of discovered or theorized. They seem to be the most common parent-child universes. Played Chibi the first time today. How hard is it to escape spawn? That depends on your skill level, dude. I would say for anybody worth their salt, it's fairly simple. But also, chance and variation does play a role. You might just get butt-fucked the moment you join. You might have no trouble at all and just walk right out on your first attempt. I genuinely don't know. I don't know how good you are at the game as a whole, and I don't know how skilled you are in the Anarchy server environment, so I'm only gonna say good luck. You may or may not have an easy time of it. The only way to know is to find out. Which exists inside of another universe. Yes, like Russian nesting dolls. Or at least so the theory goes. Can the laws of physics be different to other universes? That would have to be the results of that parent universe being different. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. That came out not as clear as I wanted it to. Universe A giving birth to Universe B. Universe B would naturally have its parent universe's laws of physics. But a totally different law of physics universe would have to be a probabilistic difference. You know, a universe that arose from differing probabilities at the start of the Big Bang. So it would be a parallel universe in the truest sense of the word. Parallel in terms of its probability and the nature of its existence. I'm getting hoarse. Holy shit. It is just a theory so far, but theories can be validated. Proven is a tough word, but there can be a lot of evidence that will validate theories. So it depends. For now, it's a more loose-ended theory, but I wouldn't be shocked if more evidence comes to light one day that makes it more concrete. All of these theories start very loose. You have to understand, no good theory is concrete from the outset. All good theories start much more open-ended than we would like. And you narrow them down via evidence to the actual mechanics. It's like playing bingo. You're getting multiple different outcomes and multiple different sorts of bits and bobs. You know, bingo can be 20 turns in. It can be 100 turns in. It can be 10 turns in. You really don't know, and you whittle it down slowly and slowly and slowly until, well, there you go. Somebody gets it. That's a little bit how theory crafting works. So never put it in your mind. Never, ever embrace the idea of such and such is just a theory. It can never be proven. Don't embrace that idea. That's foolish. You would basically prime yourself to ignore evidence if you do that. You should always start with, that's a theory and it's a very broad one, but maybe evidence can come to light that'll narrow it down. Because it's always about getting to the truth of the matter, not stating something with absolute certainty from the outset. The universe is always a little more complicated than we give it credit for. Which is fine, because that gives you a lot of fun stuff to think about. What about Aether? I don't think Aether is real. I think it's just a dead theory. It's just something that couldn't be validated with observations. So, sorry. There are a million dead theories that are just not worth anything because they couldn't ever be validated. They just don't hold water. Sorry. Interesting ideas, but not realistic. Remember, truth is always stranger than fiction. No amount of made-up stuff or thoughts or theory crafting or any of that, no amount of that will ever hold a candle to how strange the universe actually is. Never forget that. Round Earth, I think, started kind of small, but was later proven true. Yeah, Ptolemy put forth the geocentric model. And that kind of... And a lot of other, peoples throughout the years realized the Earth was round to a degree. But, it started, in the classical Greek era. And then it blossomed out from there. Okay, where... Ooh! Skeleton skull! I needed that. I forgot they spawn in the ancient cities. Damn it, only one? Man. Are skeleton skull spawns in ancient cities kind of rare? I don't think so. Many ancient cultures thought about round Earth, but as Rome fell, the flat Earth theory was basically universal, at least in Europe. I guess. I mean, the Islamic world didn't ever believe in flat Earth theory, so. And I know the Chinese never thought about that. They were still ruling, you know, over in the Far East. So I don't think it was ever as universal as people gave flat Earth theory credit to be, or that they have attributed in their minds to be. I think flat Earth was actually more contained than not. It's just people think of things as from a Western perspective, or Western-centric perspective, which, if you live in Western civilization, makes sense. I mean, of course you would think of things Western-centric, you know, if you're here. I'm sure the Chinese think of things as Eastern-centric because they live in the East. Like, we all hold that kind of a bias. It's not special. God, this is such a good tune. Some Japanese stuff is about as weird. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. You know, you're going to have strange ideas, strange theories, all that stuff, you know. But just remember, nothing any human makes or thinks or crafts will be as strange as the universe itself actually is. Truth is always stranger than fiction. I think it's because the truth is infinitely more complex due to it being the results of natural phenomena, and humans are not geared, our brains are not geared toward understanding natural phenomena. Not like on a quantum or whatever other level that one would need to understand it to really grasp the true nature of reality. Not that we're incapable of understanding it, just that it's a very long, arduous process to get to the truth. I actually think, funny enough, of all the things in the universe, the human race, as of right now, is the only thing we know of capable of unironically understanding the nature of the universe. Rut-row, we are full up. Oh yeah, wow, I am full. Well, my Sculk expeditions kind of reached its natural conclusion, hasn't it? Mentioned Aether because you have a lot of confidence in the black hole idea. Scientific concepts in the past have been disproven like Aether with that much confidence in them. Yes, you are correct. However, I have that much confidence for one simple reason. James Webb is, like, with Aether, nothing could back it up. Nothing could, like, there was no anything pointing in that direction. Aether was just an old Greek idea that hung out for 1,000+ years. Actually, it's more like 2,000 to 3,000+ years. And because it was Greek, people hung on to it much more closely. Whereas with the black hole birthing universes thing, that was something put forward by Roger fucking Penrose. I trust Roger Penrose 1,000,000% more than anything or anyone else anybody else puts out. Just because Roger Penrose has an incredibly proven track record. And he can still be wrong. Absolutely. But that I'd be willing to put money on his being accurate more so than any other things. And James Webb's telescope is putting out more and more stuff that's proving it to be on the right track. So, for now, I'm going to go with that. And when stuff comes out that disproves it or changes the narrative, well, then we'll just change as the truth changes. We will change to match the truth. Deal? Because obviously, you know, that's the truth at that point. Whatever that ends up being. We all must be a slave to truth, one way or another. Dupe it with a bundle and hoppers until house patched. Dupe what? Skeleton skulls? I should assist Clognet? Nah, I'm good. Pretty normal to find them. Okay, so skeleton skulls are not that rare. Good. Hey, J-Money, welcome. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. I literally said universal, at least in Europe. Okay, yeah. I suppose. You have bested me with a technicality. Early explorers definitely just imagining land beyond what they'd found as well as misinterpreting real locations. Yeah. I kind of want to go around and get the contents of all the treasure chests now. Just because I need echo shards to make a stack in my ender chest, because I didn't have an echo shard stack yet. This fucking update's been out for 2 years almost, and I've just still not bothered to get a stack of echo shards for one reason or another. Roger fucking Penrose is still alive. You are correct. He is up there. You are not wrong. But that's how it goes, you know? Ah, damn it. We all live, and we all get old, and then we stop living. Okay, nothing here. Okay, I'll take that. Books, who cares? Bam. Good enough. I know I checked this one. Yeah. Do you believe in the creator of any kind? No. Hate to say it, but a lot of things are beginning to not look that way. I know that's not an answer a lot of people want to hear, but it isn't looking good for human mythologies about creation and such. It's looking a lot like there are a ton of complicated things we do not yet know or understand about the universe that makes it a lot more difficult to prove, well, pretty much any human... Oh, that's a good book. Pretty much any human-driven explanation. And I make the differentiation between a human-driven explanation and a scientifically backed explanation. Because the scientifically backed explanation is not only more complicated, it's more rigorously tested. And a lot of myths cannot be tested or understood beyond their mythological roots, basically. Greatest triumph, beating Jack with a technicality. Damn. Alright, I'll get you next time, Gadget.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Oh my god, I'm way too old. None of you will fucking get that reference. Inspector Gadget was not like... Inspector Gadget was not a thing, dude. For, like, any of you all's upbringing or anything. Okay, let me... Ah, my eye. I got a hair in it. What are some of Mr. Penrose's successes? Oh, man. I'd have to look them up. There are too many. You've never heard of Roger Penrose. Okay. Well, let me get on Wikipedia. Hopefully it's not vandalized or anything. I don't think Roger Penrose's Wikipedia page would be unreliable. I don't know, but I don't believe it would be. Okay. Have I gotten that chest over there? I don't believe I have. As long as I can steer clear of the fucking... Yeah. Quick charge. No, thank you. Sculk. Yes, please. More compasses for map arts. Quick charge. Who cares? Soul torches. Not really needed at the moment. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Roger Penrose. Let me look him up. Well, first of all, he's 93, so you're not wrong, Top Hat. He is up there. Okay. English mathematician, mathematical physicist, and philosopher of science, Nobel laureate in physics. He is emeritus... Okay, I don't care about his Oxford University titles and stuff. All right, he has contributed to the mathematical principles of general relativity and cosmology. He has received several prize awards, including the 1988 Wolf Prize in Physics, which he shared with Stephen Hawking for the Penrose-Hawking singularity theorems, so work on black holes. In 2020, Nobel Prize for Physics for the discovery that black hole formation is a robust prediction for the general theory of relativity. That's not really, like, super relevant, but, you know, stuff he's worked on. Oh! The Penrose Triangle. This was his grandfather's? Or his father's? Yeah, okay. He and his father both developed the Penrose Triangle. And that... Let me get a pic of it. I can show you. You've probably seen this before. It's very, very famous. It's this. So Roger Penrose and his father figured out how the mathematics and the geometry of this would work. So it's impossibility in its purest form is how he describes it. So yeah, he invented this. Bigfoot is a black hole confirmed. Oh, that's a different triangle than I was thinking of? No, yeah, it's not like Pascal's triangle or something else. Predicted view outside the event horizon of a black hole. Yeah, he predicted a lot of black hole stuff and kind of became pretty famous for it. Penrose tiling. Oh, that's pretty. You can look up Penrose tiling yourselves if you like. It's not that special. WMAP image of the extremely tiny anisotropies of the cosmic microwave background radiation. Based on concentric circles found in the Wilkinson microwave anisotropy probe data of the cosmic microwave background sky of an early universe existing before the Big Bang of the present universe. So yeah, in 2010, he found out possible evidence of a prior universe that existed before the Big Bang, meaning, you know... Oh shit, I almost triggered it again. Anyway, a universe inside of a black hole is basically what that is. Or what that's pointing to. So yeah, now you know why I'm not, like, worried about that. This is a theory that's been floating around and has had evidence for a while now. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Neutralized them all. Impaling. Nothing special here. Ooh. Bottles o' enchanting. Oh, this is some decent leggings. Man, I really wish you could make XP bottles go stretch farther, you know? Okay. Interesting. Yes. I think Penrose tiling's interesting. Yes. I've seen it. I didn't know that that was also by him, but... yeah. Roger Penrose is a very, very prominent physicist from years and years ago. He wouldn't be anybody you would know in pop science too well these days. Mostly because a lot of time has passed since his heyday. But hey, that's how it goes. Anything you saw, but I know Inspector Gadget, Dr. Claw's peak. Oh, good. Good, good. Well, you're probably the only Zoomer who understands that, Top Hat. Darkness. I appreciate you getting the reference, though. Oh, God damn it. Well, that woke one up. Now, where is that? Oh, there it is. I gotta neutralize all them damned howlers. Like, think passively. I like to passively believe in some form of creator, not religious maniac, but like kind of makes sense to you. Honestly, at this point, it's beginning to make less and less and less potential sense. It's a comfort thought, but a comfort thought is just that. It's a security blanket for the mind. It's a comfort thought. It isn't based in reality, and I try to think of things based in reality. Like, that's the best way to deal with the harshness of reality, is to think of it, you know, to take reality on its own terms. Not try to live in a fantasy. People who try and live in a fantasy are often very sorely disappointed. But that's just my personal experience. Made a return of Inspector Gadget via 3D animation. 2D cartoons better. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, I've already been here. Crap. God equals copium? Well, kind of, but people throw the word copium around a little too much, and it's become kind of derogatory in a way. Like I said, it's meant to comfort. And so you either need that comfort or you don't. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just that, again, I find the best way to tackle reality is on reality's terms. There's nothing after the brain shuts off, I'll be happy. Well, I don't know. There probably is, but you're never going to know about it until it's happening to you, basically. Well, actually, no, I have a really nasty theory about that you're not going to like. Okay, let me check inside to make sure there are no howlers underground. Cool. And that is the universe starts over. When a universe ends, it takes a while, but it starts over. And when a universe starts over, its events all happen again, including you being born, living, dying, etc. So, most likely, we'll all be back here again, doing all this again. And after a set number of iterations, you might actually begin to remember some of the previous stuff. And so I found this as an interesting sort of explanation for deja vu. We have all lived and died in this universe over and over and over so many times that eventually we're kind of getting a sort of ghost or an imprint of the events that we've already experienced. And eventually we feel them as deja vu. Hey, this has happened before. Hey, I felt this before. Hey, I've been here before. Hey, I've done this before. And the answer is yes, you have. Oh. Almost missed this chest. But I don't know for sure if that's true. Just that's the gut feeling I'm getting. You might be onto something? Oh, well. I hope, but I also kind of don't want to be onto something with that theory. That theory is kind of awful because of what it implicates. Who knows? Maybe the whole point of a universe is to eventually break out of it. Because you end up eventually learning that universes are prisons. I'll take the name tag too. I don't know, maybe the Buddhists are onto something. The idea of existence and the idea of samsara is to break the chains. Utter nonsense. I've heard that before. It sounds plausible, but meh. Oh well. That's how it is. Okay. Well, apart from the Sculk that I still have yet to collect, I don't have the space to get a whole bunch anymore. I also think I got all the items in the chests. Wasn't there a howler up in here somewhere? No, I neutralized it all. Okay, good. But yeah, apart from that, we've actually got most of everything. Oh, that chest up there. It's not illogical, but I doubt it. Okay. Okay, got a decent amount of echo shards. How many am I down? I also wanted to craft a few recovery compasses just as, like, decoration, basically. Because they make killer valves. Or not valves, reading indicators on... like, on machinery and stuff. Oh, perfect. Just the right amount left over. Okay, so I've gotten a full stack of everything in this box. Neat. And a few skeleton skulls as well. Thought of that two-slit experiment where we observe versus unobserved light changes and how it works with light from far away and how that may point to the so-called ether working both ways in time? I can't explain it better. Sorry, you're eating. Okay. Yeah. Well, now, the thing about observing light changing its patterns and behavior, that's more of how the duality of a particle wave system works. When you observe it, you're forcing it to conform more to particles. It's not like it has a sense of a self. You know, it doesn't have a will. You know, the light is not forcing itself to behave one way when you're watching it versus another when you're not. That's not how it works. The act of observing the light influences it because that's the only way we can, you know, observe stuff. Homeward Bound. How would stuff from the past universe affect our memory if we were destroyed and reborn? What do you think is preserved? Information. Because our physical bodies are destroyed, but information persists. See, this is another big science thing that I haven't gone into in a long time. And that is, information can neither be created nor destroyed. Information can only be rearranged. And so what that actually implies is that our information that makes up who we are is not just... It's not just the physical form. There's a form of, like, I guess, an information body that helps to sort of support your sense of self. You're not just the chemical reactions going on in your brain. There's other things happening too. But it's still a burgeoning field, so it's hard to really pin down right now. I'll get to all this junk later. There we go. Yeah, issue number 8. I've got to make a copy of this. Bam, and then I got to lock this. Wish people would stop stepping on my laptop. I can tell when they've done it. Okay, I need a pane of glass. Something affects it, and don't we only come up with it's us observing that affects it? No. The act of observing requires you to intervene and interfere with the light itself. Because the smallest thing in the universe is light. Like, the smallest thing you can use to observe other things would be, that would be an electron. My bad. And so the only way to observe that stuff is to influence and affect it on accident. It's a quirk of how the universe itself works. Do I not have... I do not. I do not have a cartography table sitting out in the open. There we go. Now I just need to... GBTT Journal, issue number... Where is it? Number 8. Voila! Let's put this in the art of the map. Stop fucking doing that. I hate that stupid bug. When you pick up non-stackables, they duplicate, but not really. Because this is my early access version that I was given. This should be issue... Oh my god, you stupid fucking shit. Highway Union, no. No. I know I have issue number 7 in here somewhere. Joe's News, that's funny. Highway Workers Union. High productivity noob area. Map art bundle. Did I put it in here? Black. No. Jupiter. James Webb Telescope. Okay, that's pretty. Ooh, yeah, I need to hang this up. Whatever, issue number 8 can go in here. I'm not gonna... Actually, wait. Because my advanced copy is here, I'm gonna put that one in last. There we go. Man, bundles are a little wonky to try and make work right. Okay, I got all the Sculk I could ever want for a while. So at least there's that. Now to go and put all the Sculk in places I wanted to put it in. Let me catch up on chat. Hold on a sec here, guys. Okay. Big facts. I hope for a version of that theory where the universe resets, but events happen slightly differently or differently each time, although they may be just as much of a comfort thought as God. It's hard to say for sure. Why would that information affect our future selves if I destroy a computer and rebuild one in the same place, even if it is possible to deduce the exact state of the previous computer from air and all that stuff, that wouldn't affect the next computer you make. That's very difficult to understand. Could you maybe reword it? Like, you do realize you would have to have, like, perfect control over quantum states to be able to do that, right? Information can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be rearranged. This is why you can't travel backward in time, by the way. Information cannot influence itself either. Oh, damn it. That's not really there. Okay. So that's all there. I love this effect. Sculk on Sculk veins, or Sculk veins on Sculk. You mean I can listen to music forever? Yeah, probably. Liquid Rain, that's basically the same as Jack said. Multiverse or expanding universes forever. Every single decision one makes bubbles off into a new universe like a dupe. Yeah. Wasn't his universe that repeats the same way every time? Well, that's why I said there's more than one style or type of parallel universe. Universes being so infinite that eventually everything happens. Yeah, collapsing and restarting, almost the same things. Yeah, both can happen. I can give you number 7 if you don't have it. I know I have it. It's just buried in a bundle somewhere, Redscope. Hey, Jack, do you think dinosaurs would have evolved into intelligent creatures? Or is there just, or is there a way to tell? I'm going to put a bookmark in that top hat. I'll come back to that. Because there's a lot to unravel with that. I have to keep your channel up because YouTube has a seizure when he gives me an ad and freezes everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Bundle UI improvements definitely needed, yeah. Ads in the middle of a live stream of a criminal, yeah, I'm sorry. Jack's Law. What I mean is that just because the info is preserved, it doesn't have to influence your memories, and I see no reason that it would. It would because you are reassembled in every new reiteration of the universe. That's why. Because quantum states would inadvertently be replicated perfectly. Whereas if you destroyed something physical and then tried to recreate it, you would need to do so on a quantum level, which we do not yet possess the ability to do. Whether or not we'll ever be able to, I don't know. So you being able to, like, say, melt down your computer and then recreate it. No, it won't be the same as the previous one because the quantum states that computer existed in and had will not be preserved or replicated. You will have simply reorganized or restructured information. You will not have done so in such a way that it was perfectly replicated. But as the universe restarts, certain circumstances and situations will inadvertently reoccur, which will have the same quantum states, which will sort of trigger this in your brain, oh my god, I've been here before, feeling. Which is how we can get deja vu. Oh. That's my working theory. Jack, are you thinking about after death? It's so frightening. No. It isn't. Wait a sec. Did I... No, these are exactly the same. Never mind. Thought I cut one short. I just rejoined. What is the information thing out of context again? Oh boy. Information can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be rearranged. But that does mean that it can be rearranged perfectly. Though I imagine that would take a fuck ton of energy. At least future time travel is possible because we technically are doing it at... Yeah. Hey, Snuxman. Welcome. Do you think Dinosaur Island is? There isn't a Dinosaur Island. I love science. Simulation theory, yeah. I love science, but it makes me feel sad sometimes, so I'm sorry. Could a computer get deja vu then? Deja vu is a conscious sort of thought. It's a conscious feeling that you feel. So, because you and I have a brain and can feel and think, and we have self-awareness, we can get it. But a computer is not aware. It's not a living organism. So no, it would not get deja vu in the same sense. Because remember, deja vu is a feeling. You cannot ascribe a feeling to something that does not feel. Oh no, Poncho Hamster the Sniffer, don't leave your... Yeah, that's right, he would be attracted to a higher area. Fucking stupid mobs, I swear. Okay, we gotta push him... Ow. Gotta push him back inside where he'll be safe. I think deja vu has other explanations, though, like the brain subconsciously processing information just before the conscious mind gets to it, making it seem like you've done it before. That's also a possibility that I will leave open. So who really knows right now? If you get a pile of sand and take 1 grain of sand away again and again, at what point does it no longer become a pile? Too hard to say. That is not something we have been able to really properly, officially define. So I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine on that one. Fucking sniffers. How do we know when something is conscious, though? Yeah, that's another very blurry line. How do we know when the pile of sand has just enough grains of sand taken away to no longer be a pile? I don't know. Where's the barrier to consciousness? At what point does something become conscious? I don't know. That is a line we have not properly learned how to define yet. You'll know it when you see it, but I can't really give you a number or a set point in time. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. Because science just hasn't gotten that tiny yet. Okay, I'm gonna make... a little pen for Poncho Hamster the Sniffer, so that he doesn't wander the halls and kill himself accidentally. So evolution is still a theory? Yeah, but all theories are still theories. They're just theories that have backing. Remember, they started broad, and then they got narrowed down over time with more and more evidence and more observation. A pile is 20 more grains in an area touching. I mean, that's a good thought. That's a good start, Joe. That's a good start. That's a very broad definition that would, over time, have to become more sharpened. But I like your thinking. I like where you're going. Ah, damn it. Oh, Blaze. Lazy. I gave her a room. I think it was this far back room. Yeah. Oh, she's already decorating it. Cool. It's no longer a pile when there hasn't been enough sand for the grains to rest on top of each other and they just fall. Right. That's also a good working definition. That's a good sort of starting point. Damn, that's heavy? Yeah. How much time after your own death do you think your name will be mentioned? I don't fucking know, dude. There's no way to know that. I'm not going to think about it either, because I don't care. Here we go. Okay, he'll have a nice little pen here for the moment. And then we'll make this lookout spot. What's new? Not much. Just got back from gathering Sculk stuff. By that, do you mean the memories through different resets of the universe can only be transferred by or through conscious beings? Kind of. It's more like... Go ahead. She asked a question. It's kind of like you can partially remember certain memories on accident. It's not because you want to, but because you can just sort of accidentally trigger this response in your mind. Because the human brain is geared toward recognizing and identifying patterns. So naturally, you're going to start at some point and go, wait a sec, I've done this before. Wait a sec, I've seen this pattern before. Because that's how the human brain works. Being conscious allows you to do that more efficiently. There we go. Now I can see. Perfect. Can be transferred to conscious beings? If so, then would that not imply your hypothesis is not about quantum? What did I say was about quantum? What did I say was quantum? Reconstruction or something, but persistence of the mind. Oh, well, because information is bonded quantumly to physical matter. Physical matter is its existence and its forms are dictated through their quantum states, which is dictated through information. Information can be taken as a quantum state in and of itself. Is the purple axolotl, you mean the blue axolotl? No. There is no purple axolotl. There are only blue axolotls. There's the light blue, that's technically considered white axolotl, and then there's the pink, yellow, brown, and yeah, then the blue, and that's it. Yeah, blue is the rarest just because Mojang wanted it to be. But yeah. One of your goals when you do family history is to keep your relatives' names alive. Okay. Long after they're gone and still in your family, try to honor them. Okay, fair. Fair. This is like when a movie wants to sound smart, but here it's actually interesting. Well, thank you. I guess. Again, real world stuff is more complicated than just simply XYZ. Movies try to sound smart because they try to place whatever mechanics they're expounding upon. They try to sort of frame it in an XYZ style. But they are not that good. Have I watched Andor? No, I've not gotten around to it. I know I should, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Why don't you use auto replenish for your hotbar? Because I don't care to. Also, it fucks up other things. Like, it'll swap items around on my hotbar, and I don't want that. Sometimes it'll, like, play with the order of my stuff, and that pisses me off. Like, for example, my food is always on my far rightmost hotbar slot, number 9, and it will sometimes swap things around and occupy that spot, and I'm like, no, that's where food goes, stop that. Haven't bothered with Andor? Yeah. It's annoying with map art for sure? Yeah, definitely. Okay. What to do with these excess Sculk veins? It's the best Star Wars show, really. You have to go to bed? Okay, take care, GC. Oh, I had another box already. Oh, I forgot that. What map art should I put on those corners? I think that's if you forget to turn it off before moving stuff in a chest. Yeah, but like I will forget to turn it off because I tend to keep a lot of hacks on perpetually. If they are useful, I want to keep them around. If not, then I'll turn them off only until they are useful. But most things are valuable to have just because. Okay, didn't I put... Oh, downstairs. Right. No one has time to be tuning off. Yeah, turning stuff off. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do have the time, but I don't want to take the time. Okay, I'll need these. More Sculk. I forgot I had as much as I did. That's just spare blackstone. Lapis and the concrete powder for the gradient effect. Now, I know I placed a box somewhere. Trying to think where I put it. Already have too many keybinds. Exactly. Keybinds, man. Holy shit. I never realized until I started really getting into hack clients back in 2015 or so. I never realized just how few keys on your keyboard you actually have to play around with. If you need a keybind, you're going to end up having to make some share a key. I've heard that also. I've heard it's more serious and adult than usual. Not sure I personally want that, but I still might check it out. Oh, okay. There we go. This is where I put all my... Yeah. Okay, so this is more decoration. This is more for the detailing of certain areas. Jack, what do you think of the older versions of Minecraft pre 1.0? They're okay. I'm not a big fan of old Minecraft just because I lived it. I don't care to see it again. A lot of those old versions have so much missing that it just doesn't feel like Minecraft to me. I get why you might like it, and I get why you might be nostalgic for it. I'm just not one of them. Not enough keys? I don't know how people play console and controller. Yeah, exactly. Playing World of Warcraft made me realize you can never have enough keybinds. Exactly, J-Money. Also happy, be happy, I guess, Lamau? Be happy, what do you mean? Got lost yesterday 10 plus times. Oh. Be happy she got lost 10 times yesterday. Well, hey, that's how it goes. So I guess my liminal maze idea has more or less worked. Also, I've added on more stuff, so it's not a surprise that, you know, getting lost happens. Put that here, put that. There we go. Oh, hey, Joe Nixon. Yo, if you could upload your consciousness into a machine and live forever, would it still be you, or would it be a copy pretending? That's really difficult to say. I'm leaning more toward it would be a copy. But I'm also leaning toward that it could be possible to perfectly copy and make it to where it's the same. It's hard to know for sure how that would work. There are a lot of difficult questions to ask and to answer there, so I don't know. It's definitely a interesting bit of food for thought. Jack is old as fuck. Loved games before Minecraft. Know about the old part. I mean, I love lots of games, but Minecraft will always be my favorite. It's just that I prefer modern Minecraft. I prefer Minecraft as it is. I enjoy this version because this is the version that has the most crazy stuff you can do in it. Okay. That said, I really should get on designing the next sections. And I've decided I wasn't going to do that. I was going to do that mostly in creative mode. I love how that looks. That background there. It's like brightly lit. Old Minecraft doesn't have enough blocks and is boring. Kinda. Yeah. If the AI consciousness and the original one exists at the same time as each other, then the AI is a copy. But if the real one is somehow moved from the brain to the computer, it might be real. I think. Yeah. That's also more or less my thought process, but it's hard to know for sure. For you, it's like a challenge to see how good you can make something without it within the older limitations. Yeah, fair. Well, at any rate, guys, I'm signing off for the day. I will catch you all Friday for Freeform Friday. We're going to be doing the Complex Expedition. I'm looking forward to that. Back when food straight up filled your hearts. Yes. Oh, man, that was an old version. God, that's so old. Oh, well. Y'all take care. Goodbye.